Hello everyone, my name is Mardziah Binti Shamsuddin, and on behalf of our research team, I would like to share with all of you our innovation project titled Inclusive SDER Index, a Teaching and Language Learning Pedagogical Preparedness for Visually and Hearing Impaired Sensory Disabilities Learners. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that inclusive education is now viewed as a global movement in the world of education because it brings shift in the paradigm of thinking in the education system as well as in the social world. It also ensures that all students in Malaysia, including learners with sensory disabilities, are allowed access towards the same education opportunities. Inclusive education, unfortunately, has not been fully adopted by the Ministry of Education in the mainstream education system. If you look at the figure, inclusive education for special needs learners ends at secondary schools, and these learners often choose to end their education pathway after secondary school. Therefore, this research innovation project is in line with the Sustainable Development Goals, which stated that education is a fundamental element to provide everyone with independence and knowledge, and also all learners have the right of access to education, including learners with disabilities and impairment. This research project also aims at investigating the level of preparedness of tertiary institutions in Malaysia in terms of including learners with disabilities, as well as it is to support the government's aspirations towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Here are the definitions for learners with sensory disabilities. The most important part of this research innovation project is the Inclusive SDER Index, which consists of 63 items and divided into 4 sections. Here are our innovation objectives. Basically, we want to investigate, review, and identify the higher learning institutions in Malaysia in meeting the needs of the learners with sensory disabilities. For methodology, these are the steps included in completing our research innovation project, and currently we are at the last stage, which is to develop the digital version of the index via a secured grant. We also include the elements of novelty and inventiveness in our research project. Our index is an SDG-supported and informed index and stands as the first index or survey which examines both ESL instructors and institutional preparedness towards catering for inclusivity, especially for language-related courses. Meanwhile, most other surveys or questionnaires focus on the preparedness at the school levels, especially primary and secondary. Our index prepares institutions to focus on the extensions of their school learning, especially for learners with sensory disabilities. In terms of benefits and practicality, we identify language-related courses and also update the current subjects that can cater to the learners with sensory disabilities, as well as we want to prepare the instructors before teaching certain subjects, which includes learners with sensory disabilities. Moreover, the index can be adopted and adapted as a readiness tool for inclusivity by other tertiary institutions and can also be used as a reviewing tools for tertiary institutions that already implemented taught courses or subjects, which also caters to learners with sensory disabilities. Last but not least, the index highlights the subject of inclusivity for all in education, education for all. For commercialization potentials, the copyrighted index will be translated and transformed into digital version and can be accessed by all tertiary institutions across Malaysia, and also the index will be shared via a developed web page. For awards and publication, our research project has won the Gold Medal for LARIC 2023, Bronze Medal for ILAC 2023, and Silver Medal for PUPIC 2023, and has been published as a book chapter in October 2023. For intellectual property, we have one copyright submission for the index and also applied to one self-funded research grant from UPNM.